But if I were in the White House, I don't think I'd ever see Turnberry again. I don't think I'd ever see Doral again. I own Doral in Miami. I don't think I'd ever see many of the places that I have. I don't ever think I'd see anything. I just want to stay in the White House and work my ass off, make great deals, right? Who's going to leave?
There won't be time to go on vacations. There won't be time to go golfing all the time.
I'm not going to play much golf because there's a lot of work to be done. You need leadership.
Yeah.
You know, you can't fly to Hawaii to play golf. I don't know where the president was. He wasn't very far away. Maybe he was playing golf. Obama, it was reported today, played 250 rounds of golf.
Obama went golfing every day. Let Obama go play golf every day.
Obama plays more golf than professional players on the PGA Tour.
Really, folks, that is, of course, the person who's lazy in chief, President Donald Trump, who constantly criticized President Barack Obama for taking vacations, playing golf during his 8 years as president. Yet now Trump is on a 17-day vacation, even though he said, oh my God, I will never take a vacation because I have too much work to do. Then, of course, he lied about that by saying, oh, he tweeted out something, oh, I'm going to be taking meetings and doing phone calls. But the White House will not release a record of what he's actually doing. President Trump has already spent 4 weekends at his 535-acre property, 45 miles west of New York City, since taking office. Aides are calling it a working vacation. And Trump himself tweeted, working in Bedminster, New Jersey, as long-planned construction being done at the White House. This is not a vacation, meetings and calls. But again, they won't release his schedule. But yesterday, Trump was spotted playing golf at his New Jersey course, and folks, someone there posted it on Twitter. The people at Newsweek, they got it right, okay? This is their cover. They depict Trump on a recliner eating junk food entitled Lazy Boy. It reads, Donald Trump is bored and tired. Imagine how bad he'd feel if he did any work. The controversy swirling around the Trump presidency, many of his own making, and his failure to get any victories in Congress, including on health care, have taken their toll on Trump's approval ratings. The latest Quinnipiac University poll shows Trump's job performance has dropped significantly, with just 33% of voters approving, while 61% disapprove. A 7% decline since June. Now, guess what? President Obama's approval ratings never were that low. Trump, you lose again. Even support from non-white, non-college educated voters, those who love Donald Trump, has dropped, with just 43% approving of his job performance and 50% disapproving, a 10% drop since June. But guess what? Trump would not send that tweet out. You know, he loves polls showing him being great, but he won't retweet this poll. Joining us from D.C. is Rick Klein, political director for ABC News. Also our panel, A. Scott Bolden, legal analyst and former chair D.C. Democratic Party, Long Victoria Burke, political analyst and writer for NBC Black, Eugene Craig III, CEO of the Eugene Craig Organization, Republican out of Maryland. All right, I want to go to you first, Rick. Again, when President Obama was criticized for playing golf, look, I thought it was stupid. I was often on CNN. But this is the difference, I believe, when you talk about Donald Trump. This is a guy who constantly trashed President Obama. This is a guy who said, I'm not going to be sitting here out playing golf. I have too much work to do. He didn't even wait the first weekend. I mean, he literally has spent more time on the course in 7 months than Obama likely spent in 8 years.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think what's startling in this is the hypocrisy and the previous criticism, not the act. Look, if he wants to play golf, I think presidents deserve their downtime and be able to get it how they want. I'm also struck by how defensive the president is about this. You didn't really hear President Obama respond to that. He just said, look, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm the president of the United States. Trump, who's pretty comfortable in his own skin, you'd think, around these things, is out there saying, look, I'm not on vacation. I'm working, even though, as you said, he's pointed out to be on the golf course over the weekend, and there are no public events scheduled at all today, we're told by the White House.
And Rick, also, what is a trip here when it comes to Donald Trump? Not only does he lie about that, the White House won't even say, okay, what work is he doing? They pretty much hide it. Look, even when the press pool, they won't even often tell the press pool on weekends he's actually going to the golf course.
Yeah, it's odd, and it seems needless to me. I mean, look, if he's going to be on the course, he's going to be on the course. We're going to take pictures of him. That's fine. It is what it is. But look, this is a strange time in this presidency. About halfway through the first year, we've seen the last couple of weeks they lost a communications director, they lost a press secretary, they lost a chief of staff, they lost a health care bill. It's a time for a reset, and the fact that the White House is vacant, the Oval Office empty for a little while, may give them that opportunity. I think a normal president would be talking that way, that maybe this break is that, but I don't think anyone thinks that Donald Trump is really eager for a remake. He's tweeting again this morning about how successful his presidency has been. It doesn't seem like they're even acknowledging the problems, to use this break as a chance to reset.
Well, he's doing that. His son is tweeting that. Ivanka's out here saying, oh, we've created 1 million net jobs, even though they've been averaging 179,000 new jobs since he became president. Obama averaged 199,000. And so he loves talking about fake news. No, this is a fake presidency. They literally want to act as if we're all dumb and we don't also read.
Well, look, I think their use of statistics and all kinds of misleading claims is well documented, and that's part of what we see now. He has redefined what's normal when it comes to communication. Then they're very lightly sourced, or sometimes not sourced at all, and he has said things as president that are just patently not true. Well, I think the broader issue that he's confronting now is that you have fewer and fewer Republicans willing to go along with the agenda. I talked to one House Republican leader last week who said, look, the problem isn't that we don't have any wins. We have them, but they're really small, whereas we've had really big losses. And I'm seeing a Congress that's moving along as if the president really isn't relevant. He's secondary to their actions. And I think that's when he goes back and appeals to the base. You saw him last week in West Virginia. The fact is, he gets received better in West Virginia than he does in his own West Wing.
Well, that's also what happens when you got a whole bunch of people in West Virginia who are clueless of what's about going on. And again, they're all excited, but they're the same people getting screwed with the opioid crisis. And of course, they are blind to that. Rick Klein, ABC News Political Director. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks, Roland.
Let's go to our panel here. Eugene, look, this is a lazy man. I mean, he trashed President Obama all the time, but Obama worked. This guy is lazy. He doesn't want to be president. All he wants to do is play golf. He lied to the American people. He kept trashing the president, President Obama, for what he was doing. No, how about you do some damn work, Donald Trump?
I mean, look, healthcare failure. Hopefully this tax package is going to come through. I have more faith in Congress than I do in the White House. I've held that position from day one. And it's actually, I think a little inter-party fighting is actually good right now. Donald Trump, to a degree, he's out for himself. When things are going good, it's okay, the Republicans, yeah, but second things are going bad, it becomes those Republicans, them the Republicans, it becomes the Republicans are now his new other. And so, we'll have to see what happens here. But, the White House hasn't had a major win yet. They've had some really, really big losses. And, hopefully with the new tax package coming down the pipeline, Congress is able to put a win up on the board.
Lauren, lazy, lazy, lazy. Trump is a lazy man.
You know what? I'm actually shocked. I'm actually slightly impressed that this president has been able to stay in the White House as many days as he had. I was expecting him to spend all his time at Trump Tower or at one of his resorts or something like that. He's actually stayed in Washington more than I thought. But from the Democratic perspective, I actually think that the Democrats should be happy that he's on vacation. He's burning a lot of days out of his presidency. They have about 450 days to the midterms, and frankly, I think from a strategic standpoint, the Democrats should be happy that he is not in town, that he's not on the job, and that he's pretty lazy. He doesn't know how to be president. We knew that this was going to be an issue with a person who has never run anything in the federal government, and here it is.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh, my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no.
That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.